What's up, Star Wars fans and action figure collectors? Darth Collector here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you my Rebel Alliance Star Wars action figure collection. Before we do that though, please hit the big red subscribe button down below. Please try to help me reach 100 subscribers. We're at 80 right now, and I'm really excited to hit that milestone. Now, starting off on the bottom row, you'll actually notice a couple of things actually, that are a little bit odd. First of those being the Jawas on the right, and secondly, you may notice that I'm missing one essential character, that being Leia. I'm not sure how this happened or why, but I have not a single Leia except for the vintage one in my collection. I don't really know how this happened. I have over 500 figures, and apparently somehow I don't have a Leia. I don't really know what the deal is with that, but I'm definitely going to be getting one soon because that's just odd. On top of that, I know a lot of collectors will collect a Luke, a Leia, a Han, whatever, from all three original trilogy movies. I have one Han, and I had one Luke. I just recently got the vintage collection X-Wing one. And I had one Chewie, have one Chewie, except for the Force Awakens one, which is, I'm not going to include in this display, obviously. But I just have kind of one of each, not for each movie, so I'll same with one Lando, aside from the vintage ones, but I didn't really want to include that, and I was running out of space. But with the figures I do have, this bottom shelf is my A New Hope shelf, so I have two Jawas that aren't in the Rebellion. I have R5-D4, but he did join the Rebellion eventually. I have a Black Series Han Solo, Revenge of the Sith Chewbacca. I have, I believe it's Black Series, but correct me if I'm wrong, this Luke with the medal. I have C-3PO and R2-D2. And then I have Old Ben Kenobi from the pack that came with the Leia transmitter. I've got a Black Series Biggs Darklighter, and then a vintage collection Luke right next to him. The middle row is my Empire Strikes Back row. Now, I actually have like almost no Bespin figures that aren't vintage, and the only vintage ones I have are Lobot, the Cloud Car guy, and Lando, so I just decided to make it primarily a Hoth setup. That being said, I have plenty of Hoth figures. Moving from left to right, I have a vintage collection Hoth Rebel Soldier, two Power of the Force 2 Hoth Rebel Soldiers, another vintage one. I have two vintage X-Wing pilots and another Power of the Force Rebel behind it, the vintage Rebel Commander, the guy with the mustache, a vintage Han and Luke Hoth version, then two more Rebel Soldiers, one's Power of the Force 2 and one's vintage, actually two Power of the Force 2 back there. I have another one or two of the Power of the Force 2 Rebels. I just found them for like $2 or $3 a piece at like a sale, and so I bought like 10 of them, and so I have all of them still. Up next on this top shelf is my Return of the Jedi shelf. So starting from left to right, I have an Endor Rebel Trooper. I have Lando Calrissian when he was captain of the Millennium Falcon. I have two Prune Faces. One of them I bought initially opened, and then the second one I bought carded, and I planned on keeping it carded, and then I just opened it on an impulse one day because I thought it would be cool to have it in display with two of them, and that's where we are now. I have three Ewoks, Wicket, Logray, and then I don't remember the random other one's name. He's the one that comes with the Ewok glider though. I have the one-armed Admiral Akbar there, but I have him hidden behind so you can't see he's missing a hand. I don't know how that happened. Two more vintage Rebel Pilot Troopers. I have another vintage Endor Rebel Trooper. A vintage Return of the Jedi Luke, vintage Yoda, and then this is the C-3PO that's meant to be the broken one from Cloud City, but came with an A New Hope escape pod. Very random. So that's going to be all for my Star Wars Rebels action figure collection. Now, I have a couple more Rebels on the display, but you know, this is kind of just what worked, and I didn't put any in the top row because it just didn't fit with my chronology. But in the future, I'm looking forward to getting a Leia figure, and I'm looking forward to getting a couple more Rebel figures. I want to get some more Bespin figures maybe, and just a little more along those lines. Maybe a couple more Endor Troopers as well. Now, if you enjoyed the video, please remember to hit that subscribe button down below, and like the video if you liked the video. We're trying to get 100 subscribers and then 1,000 hopefully after that, and I really want to do that in the future, so that'd be great. Otherwise though, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. May the Force be with you always.